Here's how to get clients in 2025 using cold outreach if you are an agency or a consultant. First, why to listen to me? I've built Quimple, my AI agency, to $30,000 per month mark, made 200,000 plus dollars selling AI solutions. And I know a lot of people claim the same thing, but I actually have a public case studies which are verifiable on my website. I have a YouTube channel where I show some of the client builds live, sharing their website and contact information. You can literally get in touch with them and see that they are our clients. Besides that, in my community, I have a library of live sales calls with my prospects. So it's very hard to fake. That's why I know what I'm talking about. And I have sent more than 700,000 emails, which are cold emails, to my prospects selling our services. So here I will tell you the best practices that we follow when creating the outreach campaigns. When we talk about like getting clients, obviously we can like get them in cold, in paid, or in organic. We're going to cover the cold methods and specifically the cold scripts. I'm not going to give into the details of the technical setup because it's very straightforward and you can watch a lot of the tutorials on YouTube on how to do that. So this is the structure of how I think about reaching out to the prospects that have no idea who we are and who I am. And sometimes they do not even know that they need the services that I sell them to. If you are not in the AI niche, maybe this sounds a bit weird for you, selling things that businesses don't want. But this is the state of the AI market right now. It's very new. Not a lot of businesses know exactly how it can be applied. Obviously, they heard about it, but they're not sure if it's relevant for their business. So we need to educate them and then also sell it. Obviously, I have my YouTube and social media accounts where I educate you guys as well as the business owners that are potential clients on how AI solutions can be used. But when we are reaching out to the prospects in cold, we have a shorter time span to do that. So all of the emails that we send out to have two things in common. They have a very strong personalization, punchlines, plus they have a very, very clear offer. Unfortunately, I do not specifically target one niche. And this is a different, like, that's why I'm a bit different from other agencies in the AI space. I'm going broad. This is not the way that I teach my students in 99 Players, and this is not what I recommend. I'm doing that because I have the money to send thousands of emails per day. Usually we send 2 to 3,000 emails per day for the one account. Plus I have a leverage of posting content. That's where I get different types of businesses. So it's very hard for me to niche down into one specific thing. But we still try to create a very specific offer to each and every category of the business we're reaching out to. Essentially, we have the name. Sometimes we do not even do the readings like, hi, how are you? Or I hope you are doing well. No one fucking cares about this. They want to know why you are inside their inbox. That's why just the name to make it seem to be personalized. Then we are providing a personalized line. Later in the video, I will show you a few campaigns in the scripts that I was actually using in the campaigns. But you need to understand that this is not how we do it all the time. I'm giving you the perfect scenario, how it should be, but this can be removed and we can go straight to the punchline. The problem with sending like a question or a strong sentence here right away after mentioning the name is that this might affect how a prospect see you if you did not establish connection, if you did not let them know why you're reaching out to and going straight to the pain point. This might not work all the time, and usually it will not. It will only if you have a very, very clear offer and your punchline will be so painful for them. They will say, wow, how does like Eugene know this thing about me? So it really depends on you, but usually this will be a personalized sentence where you are mentioning something regarding them, not the company name, even if it's shortened, not the thing that you saw on their website. This should be something related to their products, services, or the general business that they do. Maybe a conference that they attended. If you are targeting the leads based on the activity, for example, on LinkedIn, this is where you can easily do that. Then the personalized punchline where you ask the question or make a claim, essentially painting, like moving towards their pain point and highlighting the thing that you're going to help them fix to. And this is where the actual sales happens. Even though you have an offer here, based on your punchline, they will get an idea why you are reaching out to, and your goal is to find the specific problem that they are going to be willing to pay money for, but right now that they are willing to spend time with you reading your emails and replying to your message. Then the offer, then the call to action, and the signature. Let me show you the Instantly account. This is one of the campaigns that we have been doing for the insurance niche. These are the three instances of the first message. Regarding the subject lines, it's a separate topic. To make it short, it must always be personalized, always. First, to improve deliverability, because if you're personalizing this subject with something unique to the company, it means that each and every email will have a separate subject. And it's very, very good for deliverability. Second thing, once you are mentioning something, you're more likely to be perceived as a potential customer or a client. Obviously, we are not, and we don't really want to fake it too much, but this will give you a higher open rates. It's not always a good thing if you're like trying to fake and say, buy your car, like something like that, even though if it's like a car dealership, you're like, they will probably open the email, but you're faking it too much, right? So you need to balance the thing. In this case, this is just Eugene X, the name. This subject does not really work when, like, again, right now, I was comparing a lot of different things, and we still do. So if we compare it to like the quick question, this works better. So if you're like still using quick question or something similar, just use something like this. So it looks like a meeting between two people. Again, we're like kinda in the gray zone, gray area of like faking that we know the person, that we have the connection. So it's like kind of the meeting that we have or something like that. But this is okay. Sorry, this is okay for this instance. Now, let's read the email. Good evening, Matthew. I've sent you the message on LinkedIn also. This is the not personalized line. This is not something that I would recommend. But this looks awesome in the preview, because once people preview your email in their inbox, they see the first sentence and the first words. So this is what they see. And since you are personalizing the time of the day, which is not what a lot of companies do, and you can easily do that on like any modern cold outreach software right now, and I've sent you a message. So this is seems like a conversation between two people. That's why you would have a higher open rates here. Obviously, they will not read like the whole sentence. And the problem here is that if they are actively using LinkedIn, if you're like not, if you're trying to fake it and you don't actually send the LinkedIn message, again, you might be in trouble if they use LinkedIn actively and they didn't see your message, or if they don't have the LinkedIn. Obviously, most of the prospects will have LinkedIn, but they don't usually log in there. So this is like why it might work. Now, this is the actual punchline. When your clients inquire about insurance, life insurance options, but don't follow up, our agent can reach out to them, discuss entirely covered options. Does this interest you? I'm not going to go into the details on the offer side, but here, this is the variable. And this specific thing was fully customized based on the company details. We're usually using Clay software for this. I have multiple custom automations set up that we are building right now for ourselves. And you should, if you want to get access to, they are not available right now. You should get in touch and maybe subscribe and wait for the updates. But for example, this is the website research agent that can research the website and extract information, not just one page, the whole website, and then can find the most important pages on the website. Similar thing happens with a LinkedIn. Obviously, Clay and personalization softwares have their own LinkedIn scrapers, but this is an actual custom scraper that can scrape everything from the posts, from comments, from the LinkedIn profile, company profile, employees, all these things, and then update the Airtable. This is a part of the thing, what I call AI marketing agent, and I am going to introduce it a bit later. So still be in touch, I guess. But your choice right now would be the Clay, and you can do everything that I already explained in Clay, and this is what we do. Essentially, it's very, very simple setup, at least for what I'm showing you right now. You will set up the Claygen here. So you would do the enrichment and you would do the Claygen. And this is an AI researcher. Here you would say, hey, Claygen, please go to the company website and output their the description about their services, about their company, list of the products they sell, and stuff like that. So you, as you can see here, will have a list of companies and information about the companies that is not available on the databases where you scrape the information from. Even if you're scraping the info from LinkedIn directly, and they would probably have the company description on LinkedIn, usually it's not updated and it's not super detailed. This is where you get all the details. Now, once you get all the details about the company, you can do two things. You can continue personalizing everything in Clay, or if you are using Instantly, this will be easier if you upload everything, like the lid list here, with the personalized description about the company, and we can find it company description here. As you can see, this is the types of description I've been talking about. And here you can create a columns which are generated by the AI. As you can see here, I have multiple different prompts where I ask AI to create personalized offers and subjects and punchlines for the prospect. I'm not gonna show everything to you. If you want to get access to all of these things, this is only available for the 99 Players Bootcamp members. So if you join, you'll get access to all the scripts that I am using to personalize the emails. But for right now, I will show you one that I've been using here. For example, if we go to the dead leads, there is a AI column which should be called dead leads here. So if we go to the edit, this is the prompt on how we were asking AI to do a certain thing. So here you work for an agency, your goal is whatever. So go through the company description, not the website, just because ChatGPT cannot get access to the website. That's why we needed Clay to research it. Again, you can do the same exact thing in Clay. It's just, I'm like just showing you the simplest way to do that. Sometimes we do it through the Clay, not through this account, because this account is just for the demo purposes. But whatever, it really depends on how you would want to like spend the tokens that you have from the Clay. Anyways, so here we're asking to analyze and create highly personalized message starts with when you're, and then we're listing different rules. So if you go to the sequence and if you preview, so as you can see, when your clients, this part is personalized. Usually it's clients, sometimes it's maybe leads or something else. You inquire about life insurance options. This is another personalized part of the sentence. Our reach out to them and discuss tailored coverage options. This is also personalized. So if we go to the leads and find the dead leads column, as you can see here, it's the same thing. When your potential clients, right? So it's not clients. Usually it's just clients, but sometimes it may be like new hires. For example, here, express interest in orientation program. This is personalized, but don't enroll. So they do something, but they then don't complete it. So AI not only personalizing this part, but only don't. So, for example, don't enroll. And here you can see that it says don't follow up, right? Or here it says don't proceed. So it's like the same thing, but the wording is a bit different based on the actual personalization of the services that like the company does. And our AI agent can reach out to them, discuss. So this is again like the static option. If you look closely, agent, you can reach out to them and discuss personalized coverage options, or here tailored mortgage solutions. So the ending is very, is dependent also on the company description. And this way, you're personalizing the email, but keeping your offer structure clear, right? So it's all the messages starts with the when you, right? So when you're, and then it's like doing the personalization. Obviously, it's all about the prompting to make sure that it gives you the right answers all the time. So here's, for example, another one. Matthew, send you a connection request on LinkedIn. Not sure if you saw it, found your contact. I don't really like it. It's too long. But the main point was to make it sound like I know him. Matthew will probably not read this whole email and like this whole first sentence, but he will like once he read this, he will think that okay, so then I'm like just explaining maybe how I know him or something. He will straight jump into this part, and this is specifically why this part is lowercase, to try to make the eye contact more like towards the this sentence. You have clients exploring options but not committing, right? We believe the system doing it in policyholders. Same thing, it's very similar structure. So it's like you have, right? It's the you have column. I'm not gonna give you the actual prompt again. You can join the bootcamp and get it. But if you look as you have, see, everything starts with a you have. You have leads, you have prospects, you have clients, you have agents. So it's like it's following the structure, but it's a bit different.